Ex-spy boss Shaik is on the stand at the state capture inquiry to finalise his testimony. Now, yesterday we heard Shaik say he and Gibson Njenje took a decision to stop investigating the Guptas' acquisition of a Shiva Uranium Mine after a rather strange meeting with former President Jacob Zuma. Joining me is our reporter Sindisiwe Twala to expand on so far what we've heard from the proceedings of Shaik at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. Cindy, a very good morning to you and thank you for joining us. So we've heard really some nail-biting testimony coming out of Shaik's mouth, and hearing and learning about that meeting that was spoken of yesterday. We heard more detail about that meeting and a lot of questions coming to Shaik about his perceptions of Zuma's relationship with the Guptas. Talk us through some of those pointers that came out of that specific relationship that Shaik saw and witnessed with Zuma and the Guptas.
So Shaik today basically said that his relationship with the former President Jacob Zuma was on a fast-paced downhill when he had alerted him about the Gupta family. Take a listen to what he himself had to say about this relationship.
President Zuma's explanation for what is the nature of that relationship and why in the light of so many people raising the issue, he still felt it necessary to defend it, and if not defend it, not put the kind of appropriate checks and balances in place. And this goes to why the office of a president is so important to be staffed by the appropriate people, to be managed in a particular way. It is to avoid, in a sense, undue influence on the office for whatever reason, and the intelligence services are there, in fact, to protect a president from such undue influences.
Cindy, we also heard Shaik speak to apply his mind to matters of national security as he the presidency.
He basically said that it came to a point where the former statesman could not separate his personal relationship with that of the Gupta family. He went as far as saying that he could see that the former minister Twala wanting him as well as the other two, Gibson Njenje and Jeff Maqetuga, out of their positions as state security was essentially and that the former president, he was rather told by the minister that they had a posting for him, an ambassador position in Japan, something that is particularly set apart only or the prerogative of the president to assign. He saw at that point that there clearly is something untoward here. After speaking to the president, after his meeting with the minister, he alerted the president and said, I would have rather gone to Canada. Shortly after, Jerry Machila, DIRCO head at the time, now ambassador, calls him and gives him that or offers him the Canada position, in which he turns down. He says all of this put together sums up that there seems to have been some form of a ploy to get him as well as the other two out of their positions in state security to possibly stop some key investigation.